lightning hits twice for Clover Studio, the boutique designer behind Beautiful Joe's comic book shenanigans, and now Ōkami's rice paper world of demons, calligraphy, and epic quests. The aforementioned calligraphy helps expound upon a popular genre, stopping the game from being dogged as a clone, but as something that should be wolfed in. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Ōkami, being a living tapestry, is going to need a lot of words to match its beauty, and a lot of words you shall find. With 1,500 pages of text, Ōkami has a lot of story going on. The basic premise involves the world being terrorized by an 8-headed demon, and you, a white wolf with the spirit of the sun goddess, trying to stop it. Meet the tip of the iceberg. Ōkami is set to bury you in well-written Japanese lore, Shinto mythology, and a handful of anachronisms. The instruction manual will fill you in on the finer points, but the text is somewhat didactic. And other than keeping track of unfamiliar names, the story snaps together quite well, with the various subplots of the side quests also meeting a high standard. The text has a soft PG-13 feel, with people smoking and downing sake. Even your talkative, if diminutive guide Isun makes constant references to shacking up in the wood spirit's plentiful cleavage. It's all very entertaining and well thought out, with a bunch of characters who wander in from act to act, supplying a deeper story than mere support for a string of scenarios. While the game plays well enough, it's lacking a few vitals, such as an auto-target for enemies. Combat itself shifts you to a small boxed-in arena that limits terrain interaction and generally dulls the fighting a bit. If it wasn't so much fun shifting from whacking enemies with one of your many weapons, to then offing demons with a final stroke. Literally. Combat is also a bit on the easy side, with hit point recovery being abundant, and death being easily remedied with astral pouches that revive you. Each bout ends with a report card and bonus monies rewarded for good gameplay. Building up your wolfie is fun, with experience coming from doing good environmental deeds and feeding beasties. Little touches like being only able to carry certain items in your mouth help propel you forward on the quest without breaking the reality. There's a bit of a learning curve with each new move. Sometimes drawing a straight line or connecting dots isn't the easiest thing in the world. The game is very forgiving though, allowing you unlimited attempts to master the ink, even letting you skip cutscenes that you've already seen. However, elsewhere, skipping text is prohibited, as it's tied to animations and spoken in mono MIDI sound effects. If you're a fast reader, it can get a bit annoying and slows down the action some, but it's balanced out with interactive loading screens where prizes can be rewarded. Ōkami is obviously Zelda-derived, but that's not a bad thing at all. There's a huge overworld that opens up as you gain abilities. These powers are usually wrestled away from bosses in well-designed and devious ruins. Hitting bosses in their giant eyeballs usually hurts them. You can help villagers by doing mini-games and go about collecting a bunch of stuff. All canon, all classic. What Ōkami does interject is calligraphy and its core ideals of stroke and order. Stroke, with the look of the game, from the textured empty spaces to the actual broad strokes that aren't based in reality, but in beauty. Order in the actual drawing aspect, which melds so well with the look that creates this canvas world. Drawing suns, lily pads, and slicing scenery becomes second nature and unobtrusive. You begin to think on two planes, the 3D action game world and its collapsed 2D palette where time stops as you appoint the celestial brush to do your will. Then shift back and continue. The look and pen play have stepped past the realm of gimmick into a solid game mechanic. Still, this isn't such an evolution of Zelda as a lateral sidestep, championing a unique synergy. Ōkami is hands down the best calligraphy-based bit of media since Peter Greenaway's The Pillow Book, cribbing the best of Zelda and mashing it with a killer aesthetic that's both justified and gorgeous, yields a lengthy, legendary quest. Picassos unite and fight back the night.